Hey, welcome to In My Shoes. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and we have got a fun show in store for you today with a lot of funny stuff.
Speaking of funny stuff, have you been reading on social media about the kids and stuff that's doing that challenge of eating Tide Pods?
I know, what is up with eating Tide Pods? I mean, are they even flavored like chicken wings or chocolate?
Well, if I ain't
like
chicken
that?
wings or chocolate, I ain't eating one.
No, me neither. What's the deal though with eating Tide Pods? I mean, that's not even like good for you.
What do? Wake up one morning and say, well, I was going to do the laundry, but instead I think I'll just eat this?
I know, what do they taste like?
It's kind of funny to me. Speaking of funny, let's talk about our guest.
Well, we have someone from here in Sevierville. Not only does she do hair at the place I get my haircut, but she's also a stand-up comedian. So let's welcome to the show Miss Gail Grantham.
Thank you.
And I got the name right.
She got the name right. Hey, Gail.
Yay.
I've been practicing for the last 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure about the Tide Pod thing. I mean, back in my day, we only had powder. I guess we would have snorted them back in my day.
Yeah, I mean, what is up with that? I mean, hey, you can use that in your stand-up comic stuff. Something about these Tide Pods and...
It's sad.
It is.
Just, I don't know.
It's
People are
crazy. I mean, do they not realize that this is not good for you to eat?
Well, they look pretty.
They look pretty.
They look
and
like, gummy bears and gummy vitamins, I guess.
welcome to our
In a
future.
square.
Right.
Right?
Well,
Cascade.
tell us a little bit before we have to go eat Tide Pods about what all do you do? A stand-up comic? Really?
Oh my gosh. That's born of great tragedy and triumph. Being a stand-up comedian. I have always wanted to do comedy. I've always wanted to make people laugh. People ask, how long have I done this? And when I was 5, I got my first joke. Like, that I got the setup, the punch, everything. I understood it, and I went door to door. I was so excited about this joke that I went door to door, knocking on doors. And I lived in a very small town in Illinois I grew up in, and they were like, yes, Gail, And I knocked on the door. I still remember the joke, and I was like, did you hear about the elephant that had diarrhea? They were like, no, Gail, I didn't. I'm like, it's all over town. And so... Right? Hysterical. And they were like, aren't you a little Carol Burnett? And I thought, why do they think I'm like a 30-year-old lady?
Hey, what's wrong with 30? Wait a minute.
Hey, but I love Carol Burnett. That's a good example.
I love that she did a 50, her 50-year special. So
that was
joke
awesome.
would be relevant for me today.
Hey, ain't that a redhead thing?
Maybe.
Being funny, the redhead
love
tornado
redheads.
coming in. Or...
Yes.
You just laugh. Oh no, here she comes.
The tornado's here. You do know that Susan's nickname is Redhead Tornado, right?
Oh my gosh. Really? Well,
Yeah.
see, I'm
Yeah,
Gail. I'm a
I
hurricane.
blow
Yeah, you're the
We work
hurricane.
well together.
Just work well together. I
Gale
did
Force
remember.
winds and a hurricane.
I'm just Ronda Rousey, I'm fighting the whole thing.
Someone once said to me, spread your wings and fly, and enjoy the calm in the storm. I said, what do you mean? I am the storm.
That's right. I remember that.
That's on Facebook like last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is great. I do love superheroes. I love all superheroes. I love Batman's my favorite. Although I did date Spider-Man's brother.
You dated Spider-Man's
A lot
brother?
of Marvel fans, they're really confused. They didn't even know Spider-Man had a brother. Turns out he's a recluse.
Boom, bang, bang. That's what happens when you have a funny person on the show, right?
It's awful. It's awful. I'll do anything for it.
No, you do hair too, I believe.
I do. I've done hair 32 years now. And I'm a mom, I'm a hairdresser. I had 2 miracle children. I had babies that had extremely long umbilical cords. My daughter, she was 11 pounds. She was not a C-section, we'll just say. And that was pretty rough. Her shoulders were preformed, and she was living off my sugar. Obviously, I had gestational diabetes and didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
All the tests we'd go through. Well, her umbilical cord was wrapped around her shoulder and her elbow, and she had like Erb's palsy, and she's fine now.
And what is that?
It is nerve damage in the arms, but her arms rejuvenated. But then I had my son about, 20 months later, and he was premature. His umbilical cord was wrapped twice around his neck, and he was without oxygen 45 minutes. They told me that they just literally went in and ripped him out of me. It was a harrowing experience, and he was without oxygen 45 minutes. They told me his prognosis would be that he would be severely mentally challenged, that he would be physically unable to walk, he'd be in a wheelchair. They don't know what they're talking about. Right. He was prayed over when he was first born, and then he had a very bad EEG, and I took him and I had him prayed over in March. We lived in Pensacola, Florida then, and some people may remember Brownsville Revival, which was like a 7-year revival, and this is before it hit. He was prayed over. That March they were making prayer banners, and anyway, RJ's a miracle. He graduated high school in Sevier County in 2013. He's never been in special classes.
So he's totally fine.
He's totally fine. He works at Old Navy. He has mild cerebral palsy. He has some fine motor skill issues, but he works at Old Navy. They love him there. You go in and say, "Hey, RJ." He's delightful. He's just a wonderful kid. Truly, truly a miracle. Sometimes, some of my comedy is a little blue. I like things to be a little naughty. I relate better to the bad girls of the Bible, I think, than all the ones that seem to do it right.
So she likes the Batman because he's like the dark side.
Yes. Yeah. Well, kind of. There's things. We've had some challenges. Batman bothers me. The new Batman really bothers me because he's like, everything's terrible. I'm Batman, and I'm thinking, Batman, come on, man. Really, I lost my parents in front of me too. It was cancer. It took a lot longer. You're a billionaire with a grappling hook. You think you could crack a smile every once in a while.
That's
true.
I
mean, we all have hard times, Batman. So, no, I'm just kidding.
No, but that is true,
Cancer
actually.
murdered my parents, and I don't like it. So I'm have to
But
fight
that's
it.
true.
So.
That's the way it is. A lot of people, some little thing happens, and I'm not saying losing your parents little, but anything. It could be you get a cold and life is ended as we know it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And there's other people say like your son. They told him he has basically no chance, and he's out. He's got a job. He's doing all this stuff, and he's fine.
And you believed in him. You didn't want to listen to the doctors and say,
true.
No, you believed in him. You loved him. And you're going to love him regardless.
Right.
But it's just miracles do happen.
They do. Well, they do. And God gives us the ability to create our own miracles. There's not a lot of people. When I decided to stand up, I've done hair for a long time, fairly successful with that, and stand up I've always wanted to do, and I did it like in 2000 when the world was going to end at a church. New Year's Eve was the first time I ever did it, and I thought, wow, if I can make all these Christian people laugh, who else? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's joyful. But I just decided to go to an open mic in Knoxville. There was a downtown open mic. I wrote a 5-minute set, and people laughed. And I thought, hey, I can do this. And I was in my 40s. I had gotten divorced. I didn't know I lost everything I had from a hurricane, and we transplanted up here to the Great Smoky Mountains. We had a vacation home we'd visit all the time. The kids, basically, it's crazy because they don't have any pictures of them at the beach. I promise they were born on their birth certificate. They were born in Florida. They have 0 photos at the beach. Who takes your camera to the beach when you live there? But we have thousands of them here in the Smoky Mountains because it's a beautiful place. What a wonderful place to relocate. And we just, but when we came up, after we evacuated, this was Ivan, when we didn't have a home. And so Sevier County just opened their arms and made it home. It's been quite some years now, 11, 12 maybe. But during this process, my husband came home and I didn't know. I missed the part in the vows where we could date other people until we found somebody else we'd rather hang out with.
Oh my!
My
small
poor,
print there.
Yes, my poor kids, because like I said, my mom did pass from cancer, and so my kids lost their grandmother, they lost their home, then they lost their father, all in the course of just 3 years. Is just crazy. And then mom's goes back to try to work full time in a city where no one knows her if she can do hair or not, and it's every year. My new year starts in March. That's when my birthday is. So every year I've tried to conquer a new challenge for myself. Has nothing to do with resolution. It's just, wow, Lord, you gave me another year. Let's go see what we've got.
And you picked up and moved forward from all this rather than getting down and feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, life has just done this.
Yeah.
Instead, you took that journey and you moved forward with that. And you went
Correct.
forward with doing comedy, something you love to do, and doing hair, something you're very good at doing. And you said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make something out of this life.
Well, yeah, every day is a reset. You know, His mercy is new every morning. So every day you get to open your eyes. You have a brand new day to do something else with. And sometimes I do nothing but watch Netflix and cry. You know, that This Is Us is.
Yeah.
Do not ever binge watch that. Just so you know.
Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't seen it,
Like-
but I've heard
like,
that.
don't
I cried good
binge
enough on my
watch
own.
This
I don't need a
Is
TV
Us.
show to make me cry.
However, I highly suggest Jerry Seinfeld's comedians and cars having coffee. It's a wonderful show.
Well, real quick before we go, how if someone wanted to get you to come and do stand up or anything, how do they get a hold of you or hair?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm at Blade Salon in Pigeon Forge, and then I have a Facebook page, Gail Grantham Comedy. You can get in touch with me. And
How do you spell your last name?
Grantham? You know, like Downton Abbey. I'm Lady Grantham.
Grant.
Wow.
All right.
Lady Grantham.
Whoa. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. I
Yes,
have
thank
enjoyed
you.
this and I have laughed and
I'm so glad. I
this is
appreciate it.
awesome.
I want you to get some stand-up comedy
I'm
here in
trying to
Pigeon
be-
Forge because we need that.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
that would be fun.
We have
Yes,
a
we
good
do.
theater we're going to talk about later, too, on another show
Yeah.
that maybe you can go to.
That's
Yeah,
right.
wonderful.
But thanks for watching In My Shoes and staying here with us on live and with Gail.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
Susan, and this is Rhonda, and don't forget to climb that mountain and find that sunshine behind the clouds.
Bye.